devil is happening in that courtroom? On reality TV. Lil Scrappy is in the middle of a full-fledged, camera-ready courtroom circus, trembling, perspiring, and silently yelling, "Y'all did this to me, because baby, this isn't just another love and hip-hop tantrum." And who is smugly sitting in the front row, acting as though he just flipped the switch? Stevie J, drinking fictitious tea, nonchalantly revealing a secret so soiled that not even Mona Scott would dare write. Hit down. Have you ever witnessed a man so ruthlessly expose a lady in front of the cameras, in public, while testifying under oath? Stevie did not simply put Bambi under the bus. Instead, he reversed it, floored it, and ran over her 3 more times. That's precisely what occurred. What about Bambi? With her lips quivering, makeup streaked, and secrets unraveling more quickly than her lace front in the Georgia humidity, sis was sitting there motionless like a Dollar Tree Barbie. What then did Stevie disclose? Why is tragic downfall trending next to Scrappy? And how in the world did Mama D get caught up with the Holy Ghost and start shouting Bible passages in the hallway? Stay there, because this isn't just a disaster. It's a generational upheaval in HD. Silence, professionalism, and order were expected in the courtroom. However, the energy completely changed when Stevie J strode behind Lil Scrappy, sporting his slick smile, and he entered the room looking as like he hadn't slept in days. It was like Love and Hip Hop Courtroom Chronicles, and following closely after, as if she was aware that the day of judgment had finally come. Bambi had a front row seat, striding like karma, drenched in fancy clothes and dripping with anxiety. For those who have been living under a rock or too busy avoiding the looming shadow storm, let's go back in time. The Prince of Petty of Atlanta, Lil Scrappy, is formally on trial for what he allowed to happen, not for what he did. The charges? The receipts are anything but hazy, baby, notwithstanding the claims of negligence, fraud, manipulation, and emotional abuse. Presenting Stevie J, the most surprising wild card, on the court. The man not only willingly came to testify, but he also brought tea hot enough to melt wigs. His task? To properly and publicly expose Bambi for her purported covert actions. How did Scrappy wind up appearing like a heartbroken intern in his own demise? And what did she do? Let's dissect it. This is a complex web of treachery, covert transactions, and clout chasing gone nuclear. It's hardly a love triangle. The feud between Scrappy, Bambi, and Stevie J has been brewing for years, spurred by alleged theft of a $200,000 to $40,000 investment, covert hookups, and celebrity, according to court documents. Yes, exactly. Money intended. For Scrappy's passion project, a music comeback, went missing, and rumors circulated in the courtroom that Bambi secretly transferred the funds to her own company. Can you guess who assisted her in moving it? Yes, Stevie J, who adamantly maintains that he believed it to be a joint account transfer. Oh, but it gets darker, darling. Leaked text exchanges between Bambi and a dubious business manager that described plans to sell Scrappy's studio equipment, including his custom microphone, in order to free up liquidity, were a bombshell revealed by Scrappy's legal team within the opening hour of the trial. Just picture Scrappy's expression when those receipts were read aloud. However, it didn't end there. According to a leaked audio memo from Stevie J's phone, Bambi was heard saying, "He ain't serious about music no more. I'm merely safeguarding my future. Scrappy is going to move on." Whoa. Then, in a turn of events right out of VH1 hell, Bambi and one of Scrappy's cousins got into a fight in the restroom of the courthouse. Security had to intervene after Bambi allegedly threw her Dior purse, which is now dented. Rumor has it that Mama D unintentionally erased the video while capturing it from a restroom stall, but TMZ missed it. Yes, sis. Now that he was back in court, Stevie J took the witness stand as if he were trying out for a primetime drama. He gave the gallery a wink as if it were a press conference when the judge asked him to announce his name. The now famous statement, "Your Honor, I'm not here to snitch," followed. "My purpose is to educate, and the reality, it's not cute." He testified that months ago, Bambi approached him for advice on how to transfer funds without Scrappy noticing. Although he says he declined, he acknowledged providing her with the contact information of a cryptocurrency facilitator for asset transfers. "You tried to play me like a pawn, but I'm the king on this board, baby girl," Stevie remarked to Bambi as the entire crowd held its breath. There was a gasp in the room. It is said that Bambi said, "lame," but the damage was already done. And just when you thought that was the end, brace up, darling. Mama D, dressed like a villain from Tyler Perry, yelled, "Tell the truth, Bambi!" As the judge proclaimed recess, "Speak the facts." She said, "Y'all silenced Scrappy, but God gon' reveal it all." As security attempted to remove her, Stevie grinned. Bambi gave an eye roll. Scrappy appeared to want to bury himself in the ground. Then came the courtroom sketches. Yes, the courtroom sketches became viral on Twitter. Nyuk Free Scrappy, Your Stevie J the Snitch, and Mama D Needs a Spin-Off are trending topics. In a frantic statement, Bambi's public relations staff expressed her confidence that the truth will be revealed. However, the streets weren't buying it, sweetie. Not when screenshots, witness whispers, and audio leaks are all over the place. As if it couldn't get any messier, Erica Dixon shows up. Yes, Scrappy's former partner. Wearing black and sunglasses, she entered as if she had received a message from God and didn't even glance at Bambi. The space. Dead silence. "Now it's really over?" a whisper came from the rear. Erica volunteered and wasn't even subpoenaed. She gave him a flash drive that purportedly contained video of Bambi boasting about utilizing Scrappy's name for a 6-figure brand deal at an event without getting his consent. Quote, "I don't have to keep anything from Scrappy. Whether he is aware of it or not, his name gets the bag." The Instagram stories that showed Bambi toasting with champagne, and the caption, "When you drain a man emotionally and financially, but still come out with the house, the bag, and the followers. And members unbothered," were then shared. The screenshot was taken by an alleged opponent. Judge questioned whether the caption was real or sarcastic. "Depends who's watching," Bambi said. The court reporter even stopped typing. Stevie J in the interim, "I'm smiling." The sealed folder then appeared. Stevie asked to submit the 2018-2021 hidden recordings. The judge concurred. What did it contain? Chili. In the first clip, Bambi is heard saying, "I didn't love him," on a voice note. "I needed the tax advantages and brand bargains that came with being married, that's all." The second tape shows a phone conversation about transferring funds via a phony consultancy firm. The third clip, Scrappy's mental health is ridiculed by Bambi, who remarks, "No therapist is going to save you from me. The trauma is me, not a word." Mama D is in tears, frozen Scrappy. The judge ordered Bambi's assets to be frozen and ordered a thorough forensic audit. Then we learn about the Royal Brand Management LLC hidden business account. Co-owner? Yes, Kendra Robinson is the wife of Young Jock. Scrappy never received a penny while brands paid on family-friendly promotions. Kendra issued a statement denying any knowledge of the situation. Bambi, in the meantime, quiet. Her own sister, who was shown on camera sobbing, claimed that Bambi had coerced her into signing fictitious invoices for businesses that didn't exist. "It's just for image. Don't check." VH1, "If they do not catch it, it is not fraud." The visage of the judge, red. They temporarily granted Scrappy full custody of their child. Then Bambi yelled, "You can't take my child!" Security intervened. The judge stated unequivocally that this is no longer merely a messy divorce. This is almost criminal. Then, suddenly, Bambi accepted a plea bargain. She agreed to pay back more than $300K, give up her claim to Scrappy's royalties, and go through 6 months of supervised visitation, parenting programs, and psychological evaluations. Suddenly, there was a courtroom capitulation without any prearranged apologies or reconciliation. Since then, Scrappy has not spoken. Bambi cleaned up her Instagram.vh1, made an ambiguous comment. In other words, they are rapidly separating themselves. Even while the details are still being worked out, one thing is certain: this was more than simply a split. Under the guise of Instagram captions and designer lies, there was a collapse of family, brand, and trust. Bambi ultimately believed she was playing chess. She was only the pawn, it turns out.